Hey everyone. Hope everybody's having an awesome Saturday and everything. I am here because it's time for me to go live. And I am making a baby quilt today. And here is the first block that I've already done for a tester before the show today. It is my niece. This is going to be for my niece, and she loves elephants. So for her baby that she's going to be having in January, I'm doing a baby quilt for her with elephants and then a bunch of little dark fabric and light fabric of stars. The quilt block is normally called either the Shadow Box quilt or the Illusions quilt. That's the two most common things I've seen it called between Jordan Fabrics and Missouri Star tutorials. And I have linked Missouri Stars down in the description of the video. So I will not be giving out any measurements today just because it's not my pattern and I don't want to jump on anybody's toes or anything like that. So even though I have tweaked the measurements a little bit for my own quilt pattern today, but for the show and the quilt and everything, but so I'm not going to give out any measurements. But I will walk you through on how I go about doing everything. Hey Beverly, how are you doing today? So if you hear my birds, I'm very sorry. They're being a little bit on the noisy side today, a little excessive. So hopefully they don't get to being too bad. But the pieces that we are doing is I got a bunch of the center squares cut out. So not exactly for sure how many I'm going to need. I don't do too much of like going by patterns or anything like that unless it's something that I'm a commissioned quilt that I'm making. Usually if it's making it for a friend or something like that, what I do is I just do like toy with different ideas and then just make it until it's my heart's content. And then I give it away. I like to see what comes about. I start with a pattern and then I tweak it and make it my own. But then we also got like the little inside strips that has little teeny tiny pieces over here, which helps create the shadow. And then we have the outside strips. So all together, it creates this design right here. So that way there we got our block, and then we got the inside strips that has a little teeny tiny pieces on the end of each one. And then we got the other two strips. And these two light strips out here helps create the border in between each actual block. So that way that you're saving yourself a step down the road once you put it all together. And then after that, all you gotta do is do the outside border sashing. So that was a good pointer on Missouri Stars tutorial that I found. And before we get busy sewing, I got some new tools I gotta show off. Thank you, Beverly. So before I get busy sewing and everything, I got some new tools I gotta show off because I'm absolutely in love. So the first one, and the link for them are both down in the description as well. The first one is this right here. It is a power tool. It's a cordless, so no worry about cords. It does come with a charger that you can plug in to recharge the battery. The battery is internal. And you just hold it like you would a normal rotary cutter and push this up and it cuts the fabric. I've cut up to 4 layers so far of fabric, of the thick flannel fabric with no problems. So far, I'm like in love. It can be a little not necessarily 100% straight, but if you just need to cut up some pieces or blocks, like say for some scrap stuff you want to make or whatnot, that does not have to be so precise, it works beautifully because I do like to do a lot of small hand sewing stuff. So if it's off by like 1/8 of an inch, I'm not that worried, but it does save me some time and some aggravation in my wrist and hand. The other item I'd like to show off is hot glue gun. Nothing big and special about it other than the fact that it gets nice and hot enough to where, like when I'm making my hair bow brats and everything, it works beautifully on gluing the hardware. I love it, and it was fairly inexpensive from Harbor Freight, and they deliver. At first I was a little nervous about it too, Beverly. However, it worked out really cool. I just onto some scrap pieces of fabric that I had laying around. I folded it 4 times, and I just decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to cut this. If it messes it up, it messes it up. At first, I wasn't really for sure if it was even going to cut through it. My husband was a little iffy too, but it did work. It was awesome. I love it. So, but thanks to Donna over at Handmade by Ying, she's got me addicted to making these butterflies. I mean, look at these. These are just darling. This is what my new thing I've been making lately is. That's good. Little piece of glue hanging off still. But I just hot glue the ribbon and then hot glue the barrette. And it takes like no time at all. Hey, yo, Patty G, how you doing? Today, I don't know if you caught it or not, but we are making this quilt block right here today. And I just have it pinned to some foam board because it just works awesome for like a little practice piece to keep up here by me. Just some foam board from the dollar store and some binder clips. But so what we're going to do is first we're going to take one of our little blocks, center blocks, and one of our shorter pieces, and we're going to try and do it like this. I know my pieces are longer than what the actual block is, and I actually like doing that just to give myself a little wiggle room in there. Not too big on measuring. So if I got to trim up a little bit afterwards, that's completely fine with me. So when you're doing this, you want to do this over on this side of the fabric, and you want the little tiny light piece to be up at the top, because then when you come back, you're going to do the other piece along the bottom down here, and the light piece will be out towards the outside. So that way there, it's creating this shadow on this side. But let me get this on, and I will show you guys as we go and explain. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I have zero problems answering any questions. I'm just not giving out any measurements since it's not technically my pattern. Thank you, Yo Patty G. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It's for my niece. She is having her first baby, which is a little boy, and she is in love with baby elephants. So luckily I already had the fabric, so it's just been trying to figure out the design I wanted to go with. And I've been wanting to do the illusion or the shadow block quilt for like forever, and finally decided to go with it. I always like to do up a couple of blocks so that way there less trimming I got to do. I love thing piecing. And then with how thick that this fabric is, since it is flannel, I actually do iron my seams open on the flannel, just because that way there it can prevent so much bulk in the seams. And plus I'm going to be stitching on both sides of the block anyway, so, or both sides of the seams, and I do my own quilting and everything. I don't have a long arm. I just do it on my domestic machine. Normally I do it on my Juki HCL F600 that my husband and son got me a couple years ago. Yeah, I've been wanting to do it, and I just never gotten around to it, and so I've been super excited that this was like going to be the perfect opportunity for me to do it. So the first block here, I just try and finger press down the seams for right now. But so got the light piece up here. You got the first shadow over on the side. And I didn't so much fussy cut the fabric. I just cut it to the size I wanted. So now I can trim off the little excess. I can iron it, trim out the excess, and then I can sew on the bottom piece where the light color would be over here on this bottom piece over here. So let me iron this real quick. So what is everybody else up to today? So what's everybody else up doing today? Anything cool or fun or? So now when I sew on this next piece, it's going to be sewn on like this, which will help create that shadow. Ooh, you're going to have fun with that. I actually ordered myself one, not so much of a light pad, but I got this here off of Amazon. It is a lit energy. So, which has a little switch on the side. And then it's like touch, like a little touch. So they want to shine it right at your guys' eyes. So you can actually dim it and everything, which is pretty cool. So I want to start doing like some portrait quilt type of things. I took Leo Ranson's class on the Jesus one, and I had to do a little bit of touching up on mine just because I didn't like the way it came out, so I had to redo it. But this is what I got so far. I'm still working on it. It's a ways off, but it's not a race. It's just enjoying the process. And yes, I have this wall up so you guys can't see all my mess. Then plus, this is going to be the backing fabric of the quilt when it's done. Let's see here. Ooh, birthdays can be exhausting. But happy birthday if it was yours, Beverly. Yeah, I thought about going that route, but I'm like, until I actually know for sure whether I'm actually going to like it and use it a lot, I wanted to get the cheaper one for now just to play with it and see how I do. And on if I like it or not. I'm like, if not, then I can always, if I do, oh, you're welcome, Beverly. Figured if I do like it, I can always get the Caterpillar one later. It's just, I didn't want to really spend that money whenever it's something I wasn't for sure on. Get underneath their seam. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second one over here from where I started on the last one. I'm just finger pressing down the seams open. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that Caterpillar. I just didn't want to take that plunge just quite yet. Now, I will let you guys know that my blocks with the measurements I'm going upon, they are cut. My blocks are coming out to be like 6.5 by 6.5. So I was kind of hoping for a little bit larger of a block, but I guess all you got to do then is just add a larger sashing. Or make the center larger. I just didn't want to make the center too big. So, because I mean, it is for a baby quilt. So now I'm just trying. So just sew the second dark shadow piece onto the second one I have underneath there, just to help keep me from having to trim out some of these strings. So I'm going to iron this one open. And I'm going to trim out the little excess on here. So this is what I got so far. So now what I'll do is I'll add the first strip over here to this side, and then I'll add this quasar. Calm down. Sorry, guys. Told you he's been a little on the excess side today. He's feeling very needy today, I guess. My green cheek sun conure. I'll probably be posting some cute videos of him this week because I got one really cute one and everything of him dancing. If there's anything extra you guys want to see me do or anything, unfortunately right now I only have my laptop view right here. I have not figured out how to do it to where I have another view down here where I'm working at, so I can't exactly show you while I'm actually showing. Sorry, tongue tied. Oh yeah, that would be bad, yo, Petty G. Okay, so there's the second one I've been working on. And technically, when you put them in the quilt, you could actually put them on point if you even wanted. You can do them like this, like this. Then I try and completely messed up and try and sew this one on backwards. I just realized. Guess it's time for Jack to come out to play. I've already had him out though. Nothing like a lie than trying to actually having a boo-boo. But that's one of the reasons why I love live streaming, because it's real. There's no edits. I mean, yeah, some pre-recorded ones and everything are cool too, because I love watching pre-recorded as well. Just fun to actually see the live and be able to see everything from start to finish and the boo-boos and all. Everything, I mean, nobody's perfect. And with this being flannel, I am not ripping it. So I am just using jet. Oh, same here, Beverly. Same here. I actually tried and made this block 3 times already this morning and only came out with one successful. Because I was trying to get all the measurements and cutting and everything all figured out before I went live. Because of course, me, I'm a procrastinator. I had to wait until the last minute to figure everything out. I am a spontaneous procrastinator. I like to do everything at last minute and spur the minute. I don't like planning too much. Some things I will plan out in advance. But for the most part, I like to keep everything spontaneous and just go with the flow. Less stressful to me that way. Yeah, let me iron down those two pieces back so that way that I can re-sew it, hopefully the correct way this time. Okay. Hopefully I did the other one correctly. Let's see. Yep, the other one's good. So the first one we were working on, so I got two of them going in the machine right now, back to back. So the first one is this one here. We're now putting on the first strip of the sashing. And the next one is where I just had to take it out, take the seam out. So now, since we have this seam on here, now I can add this identical strip, but a little bit longer, down to this bottom piece. So that way there, then it'll complete that block. And I have everything over here on my table all laid out exactly how I need it to be set up. So that way there, I don't get my strips confused. You know, it's still a possibility. Still very much a possibility. And I like to sew with my, when I'm sewing on a strip like this right here, on face down right there, I like to have this side facing up so that way I can make sure my seams go stay in the correct way, nice and flat and everything. Okay, let me get the seam open on this one and get the sashing added onto that. So what's the weather like where you guys were at today? What is everybody's favorite quilt block? Or favorite pattern to make? Mine, I don't really know right now. Ooh, whereabouts in Tennessee, Beverly? I got two brothers that live down there. One in Big Sandy and one in Paris, Tennessee. And my niece, I'm actually making this for, she's actually in Paris, Tennessee. Okay, so I got the quilt block done. I know exactly where you're at. That is awesome. So here's the quilt block. I do got to trim it up a little, but that's okay. That's the reason why I make my pieces a little bit larger than what I actually need. So larger or smaller. So that way there I can trim to the size I want. So that way there, give myself some wiggle room in there. And I have a bunch more to go to make. Let's see, so 6.5. If I want it to be roughly about a 30 by 40 roundabout, so what I'll probably do is probably like 6 of these blocks across, 7 down. No, maybe right around there. Or maybe I'll do a little less and then just do like a border, a dark border going around it or something. Who knows? But I can always thank you so much, Beverly. And yeah, I really enjoy making this vlog. I'm glad I waited until this quilt to do it. So that way there, it winds up being super cute. So do you guys have any questions for me or anything? Because I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. For the moment, John doesn't do so well on these lives. Gotta start planning out the lives a little, I think. Quasar, calm down, baby. Yeah, his cage is pretty much directly on the other side of my thing here, my laptop. And let's see. Is there any quilt tutorials you guys would like to see being made? Guess I could sit here and just keep sewing and chatting, which is always a good thing. I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere or doing anything anyway besides sewing today. So might as well take y'all along for the ride. I usually try to cut these short and everything so that way they don't run into Lori Lynn's time over at Mom and Pop's shop, but I don't think she's live today. If I remember correctly, last night or this morning, Sobecca said that Lori Lynn was not going to be live today. Yeah, I've not tried those yet. I've been looking at the bot sets on Amazon and just haven't bought one yet. But see, this is the coffee cup my son got me because it's kind of like a little running joke. My husband is like one of those type of people where if he does not know how to do something or does not know inside and out of something, he will research it to no end until he knows everything that goes on about it. So he knows it from inside to out. I mean, he does that with anything, any type of stuff he purchases, any type of hobbies he gets into, anything like that. And it's annoying and it's amazing all at the same time because he's got like an encyclopedia type of memory, which is insane to me because I can read something and 5 minutes later forget what I wrote. Ooh, that'd be fun. What time does she go live anyway? I can't keep track of everybody's lives. I rely upon YouTube to give me notifications. I barely keep track of myself. Yeah, today is going to be essentially time making this quilt as well as doing some scrunchies. So I got to get more scrunchies made up for my craft show I have coming up. Because on the 21st of this month is my craft show. So that Saturday I will not be live. I think it's a Saturday. Oh, okay. So yeah, 2 weeks from today, I will not be live. I may try and do a quick live on the 22nd. Not for sure yet, but the 21st, I will not be live. And that is because I have my craft show that day. So praise our be a good baby. I'm gonna go ahead and undo a few more blocks. And that way there, everybody can see me piece them. And then just hang out and chat and sew. I'm like, why not? Hang out, chat, sew, be with like-minded people. That all have a passion for the same thing as I do. Unless the bird gets to be too annoying, then I may have to cut things a little short. Quasar, enough. You're being a pain. Yes, you're being a pain. Hey everyone, I think I'm gonna have to let you guys go for the moment and everything because it does not seem like he is going to calm down whatsoever. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 blocks together real quick so that way there you guys can see. And we trim up to 1. So I trimmed up mine to be 6 by 6. And I'm going to trim up this one as well. And I'm going to give him a little berry. See if I calms him down for a few minutes. Come on. Good boy. That should quiet him down for a little bit. So gotta trim this one up. All right. Thank you. So what we're going to aim for is I got both of them trimmed down 6 by 6. So I am going to sew them up like this. The way there, it looks like the center one is floating around. I gotta get the sashing ironed on or sewn onto this one that I already had in the sewing machine, so I can get that block out of there without doing too much of thread cutting. So I do not have an automatic thread cutter on this machine. It is just my industrial machine, so. I had just different various things of blocks going through here right now. Well, not different various blocks, but all same block, but various stages, which can become confusing. Thank you. Yep, elephants are super cute, so can't blame my niece. She's got good taste. Iron this, and then I can show you guys how cute this is. Here we go. So what do you guys think? Y'all like it? Yay, nay? Yeah, I thought of, thank you, Beverly. Yeah, I thought about getting the Quilt cutter, but I heard that wastes a lot of fabric and got an issue with wasting fabric. At least too much fabric. Then plus, I heard that they could be a little on the pricey side for the dyes. Figure if I ever get to a point where I cannot cut it myself, then I'll probably get the Quilt cutter. Thank you, Yo Patty G. So getting my third block added on right now. After I just got done trimming it down. So far, it seems like he just wanted food. He has been a needy little boy. He was being needy because everybody else was getting mama's attention and not him. Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Beverly. Yeah, that would suck. I got the developing stages of it, and I had to buy because I'm on a computer all day long for work for my normal job. So I had to buy a computer mouse that instead of being like this right here, it's more like this right here to where my hand is like this on it then. Which is supposed to be better for your hand and less stress for it. So everybody just relaxing today, doing some casual sewing. Anybody started decorating for the fall season yet? On the outside, my sewing machine table did come with a ruler type of thing, like a measuring tape type of thing along the table here, so I can actually measure as I go. Which will make doing this a lot easier, so. Ooh, this is turning out so cute. Loving it. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's going to come together fairly quickly. Just got to figure out how I want to go about quilting it once I get it done. And I don't know, what's your guys' opinion? Should I add batting in there? Because this is a flannel front, and this fabric here that I'll be using for the back is like a cuddle. Should I add batting in too, or should I make it just the 2 layers? Because it isn't, they are in Tennessee, so I'm like iffy on it. So at this point, I am just going to sit here and chain piece as many of the first strip onto these that I can until I run out of these, which should just be a little bit. So at least that way there I can start getting some chain piecing done up over here. I always like to start off with doing like 20 blocks and then see where I'm at whenever I got the smaller blocks sizes like this. Then I'll off the one that I already had on there. There we go. Yes, I did. I did wash the flannel and the cuddle before I ever cut into any of it, just because of the fact that I wanted to make sure I didn't shrink too much when I gave it to her. Because being a new mommy, I know how things can get. So normally I would not have my phone sitting up here, but my elderly next door neighbor that I have adopted is like my grandma. Since my grandma is no longer with us. So I adopted her as my grandmother, and she has been in a lot of pain. She hurt her back, so she's been in a lot of pain. She lives right next door, so I keep my phone close by in case she needs me. Because I am like her go-to person as well as like an emergency contact. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting is something that's gonna be nice and warm, especially since he's due in January. So that way there it'd be nice and cute and warm for him and he'll love it. And she'll love the fact that she can just cuddle him up in it and be super soft and fuzzy wuzzy warm. And that is actually my first niece that I ever had. And she's actually named after me. So I got to pick her first name, and she has my middle name as her middle name, which is like super cool as to be. Fraser, you're not getting another treat, so go lay down. Hey, Aisha, how are you doing? As you can tell, my bird Quasar is being a little much today. He's being a pain in the tuchus. Yeah, you're being a pain in the tuchus. He's sitting up there on his perch right now with his back to me because you know he's being a bad boy. So how are you doing today, Aisha? And unfortunately, my Juki is getting shipped out today for repairs. So I'm sending it. I'm in Michigan, and I'm sending it down to Juki Junkies. So that way they can do the service and maintenance of it, as well as do any repairs that may need to be done, because she does need a repair. She's got something going on with the tension, and I can't figure it out. Plus, the motor is making like this funky noise. So, figure what better way to get it fixed than sending it down there to them. Let her have a spa day or a week or however long it takes for them to get her back in good working orders and get her back to me. Thought so, because she was my go-to machine. I'm gonna miss her. So now I'm just over here trimming off a little excess piece before I iron these. I got a little excess hanging off. So I'm just trimming this off, and then I'm going to peel it back, open my seams. I don't normally do open seams, but with this being flannel fabric, then I want to make sure it lays nice and flat, no problems. Let's see. Ooh, it sounds awesome. I'll definitely stay tuned to that and everything. The pinkest shirt that I had for today. All my other really good pink shirts are all dirty. Got to do laundry. Kind of been putting sewing and quilting ahead of laundry lately, which I've really got to get back on track with because need clean clothes. So, but I did find me a pink shirt for today, and every live I do this month, I'm planning on wearing pink. Or any video I do this month, I am going to wear pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And because I am at high risk of getting breast cancer as well as ovarian and cervical cancer, because my mom's side of the family has a gene mutation that puts me at higher risk. And my mom is a two-time breast cancer survivor. So thankfully, because the last time was super scary, because the last time they found it right up against her chest wall. And she still suffers a lot of pain from them doing the lumpectomy. But on the outside, they found it. They were able to catch it early enough and get it all removed. And between that and the treatment, she's all good now. Just makes me scared and everything, because it's the second time. How many more times before it winds up being not good? But I try to stay positive and know the fact that she's here now. So that's the important part. But anyway, back to trimming. Actually been kind of thinking about doing a giveaway. Just not really for sure how that works yet, because I'm still new on YouTube, still figuring out the ins and outs. I was thinking about doing a giveaway for, thank you so much, Beverly. Thinking about doing a giveaway when I reach 100 subscribers. Right now, I am, let's see, I don't know how many I'm at right now. I think the last time I looked, I was at like 78 or something. Let me see. Yeah, right now I am at 84 subscribers. So, you know what? If I get to 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. And so share, pass out the word, whatever you guys want to do to show some support. Hit the thumbs up, share my videos, help me get the word out of my channel. And when I reach 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway on a live. As soon as I figure out how to do that, I have to get Rebecca and Donna to see how they do it, because I prefer the one that has like the automated thing where it generates the numbers or whatnot. So that way however that works, because I don't want to just draw a name. So I would prefer a generator, so that way there's 100% completely fair. So now I'm going to iron these blocks. So I got the first strip on. I'm just going to iron them really quick. I'm hoping if everything works out good, then I can be able to have a second camera system figured out before my next live. I was going to toy with that this week, but I didn't get around to it because there was a couple of days this week I was feeling yucky, had a stomach bug or something. But on the outside, it only lasted like a day or two, so the worst part of it was only a day. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if I ate something that didn't agree with me or what, but my tummy was not a happy camper. My husband knew I was really bad sick when it came down to the fact that I didn't even come into my sewing room those days. I just got up at work and laid on the couch. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys something else that I got. So, because I have my own Etsy store, and I like to put like little extra things here and there in whenever I get orders for my customers. A little something for showing appreciation all. So I actually had stickers made of my logo. Look at this. They are so stinking adorable. I love them. And this is actually on a white paper. So when you peel the sticker off, it is clear. And all you see is my name and the design. And I love it. They are so stinking cute. I just went with the small ones because I'm like, just something small. Because that way there, I can be able to put it like on the little card that I include in my orders or whatever, what have you. But I thought they were so adorable, I had to have them. Thank you. Yeah, I actually designed the logo myself. And because I wanted a heart, but I wanted to incorporate like sewing and stuff like that into it. So I did like a pair. So I made the heart into like what looks like stitches, and with a pair of scissors chasing it, and then my name in the center. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jean, and welcome to the live. How are you doing today? I'll be right back with you guys in just a second. Just got like 2 or 3 more of these little blocks to iron. They will come back down there to the live, or down there to the screen so I can see the chat. I normally have my hair up when I'm in here. I just didn't feel like it today. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna let my hair do its thing. Be wild and crazy. It can. I've actually used it. I have a tube that I keep in my, because out in the front room when I'm sitting there watching movies with my husband and son at night, I have a tube that I keep sitting in there. I actually got 2 tubes I keep sitting in there. One that I use for my cuticles because I got really bad dry cuticles, and with my anxiety, I like to scratch a lot. It's a bad tick of mine. I know it's horrible, but it seems like if I keep lotion or I keep that beeswax on there, I just take the tube and I just rub it right on, and then I rub it into the skin. Yes, you can. But anyway, as far as the beeswax goes, yeah, you can actually use it as a thread conditioner as well. All it is beeswax, coconut oil, and it's not a lot of coconut oil. But here's this quilt that I have so far. I'm still working on it. And I just have it pinned up here to a foam board that you can get right from dollar store. And I just cut it down into something that was manageable for me. But yes, you can definitely use it for a conditioner for your thread. Just like what I would advise doing is put like a little bit on your finger and run the thread through your fingers. So that way that you can monitor how much is going on there. Because you don't want to overdo it, I would imagine. But yeah, you could definitely use it as a thread conditioner for hand sewing because I do it all the time, especially on like any of my cotton threads that are just being a little on the extra fussy side. I love doing hand sewing when I'm sitting in the front room. I use it I'll put some because like right through here in the wintertime gets dry on me as well as my cuticles. So I have a tube set aside that I put on the tip of my fingers and I'll like rub it right here as well as on my cuticles. So that way there I can keep from getting the dry, itchy skin. So now I got a stack here of blocks where I have the first strip sewn on. So now I'm going to chain piece and get the block over here, or the strip over here sewn on, which is the little extra block here, and it'll go like this, which will help create the shadow image. And I do need to make up some more of those because I ain't got enough for all this. I only made up a few for today. But when you're doing this block, thank you so much. So when you're doing this block, you want to make sure that the little tiny lighter color piece is on the outside. Faces on the outside. So it would actually go like this because I am backwards today. This is definitely a backwards Saturday for me. So it'll wind up going like this right here. If I can get this done up on camera. There we go. So you got the light piece up here and the light piece down here. And that creates the shadow image. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these sewn on as much as I can on the camera before I have to start cutting up more. Because I already know I'm going to have to go to the store to get more fabric because I just don't have enough fabric to do the whole quilt. Once I got my measurements and everything for the most part figured out, then I realized I did not have enough to do the whole thing. So, which is fine. Another trip to the fabric store is never a bad thing. Unless you're involving my bank account. Then it's a bad thing. And that one I just completely done wrong. Just noticed it after I got it sewn. That one I'm going to have to take apart and redo. Looks like Jack is attacking again. So that one's correct. This one, I matched up this end instead of matching that end. So, time for Jack again. Another hot date. He keeps getting popular and everything today. So what are you working on today, Aisha? And what are you working on, Jean? So I know I already asked that question with Yo Patty G and Beverly, so don't want to leave you ladies out or anyone else that may be listening in and hasn't responded back yet. I was wondering if that was you, Patty G. Awesome sauce. You are going to absolutely love it. Thank you so much. And I will get that sent out today in the mail to you. So you should have it within a next day or two, depending upon where you're located. I truly appreciate it. Oh, Jean, take your time. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry for laughing, but that was funny the way you worded that. Oh my gosh. You know, practice makes perfect. You will get this. You will get this. I gotta order the pattern still, honestly. Been a little nervous because I've only made one piece of article of clothing before. And I gotta show y'all this. Let me grab it really quick. I was aiming for a pair of leggings because I love my leggings. And since I work from home, it just opens the door even more for me to wear either leggings or my pajamas. So I love it. I love my life. But anyway, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy some scrap fabric that was on clearance at Joann Fabrics, just fabric to toy with to make leggings. I'm like, and if I can get this figured out, I'll make myself some leggings, or even make like by various sizes, figure out the sizes and everything, and make them to sell. I'm like, because there's nothing to do it, right? Wrong. I want to make it my waist way too skinny where the elastic goes, and the legs were way too short. It wanted coming out like a pair of legging biker shorts. So they're my jammy shorts for sleeping. But here they are. So the waistband was too tight. I cinched it up too much. And this was actually my first attempt. So, I mean, it wasn't horrible. Everywhere else it fit properly. It was just the waistband. I made the elastic in the waistband a little too tight. And I wish I would have had more fabric because then I could have tried and made it the proper length. But that was okay because it was practice fabric. I thought the fabric was super cute and made some comfy shorts to sleep in. But just keep practicing, Jean. You'll get it. You'll get it figured out. Everything is a learning curve. Thank you. Yes, I love leggings. Oh my God. It was like the best thing that was ever created. I swear. Whoever it was that ever came up with the idea of leggings was an angel. I swear. Okay, good. I just didn't want you to think that I was just laughing at you, Jean. Because I would never, ever, ever intentionally hurt anybody's feelings. So I got the first little saddle area done up on these few blocks here. I do got to create more of my strips. So let me get this finger press open and I can show you guys. So, aren't they adorable? I just love these little baby elephants. I just want to cuddle up with them. Swear, I just love them. I love all animals. I'm a huge animal lover. I mean, guess you got to be to have 3 birds in your sewing room, as well as fish. And then outside of my sewing room, I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. I got my little 14-year-old Yorkie, which he is a mommy's baby all the way around. And then I have my 9-year-old pit bull, and she is like the mother hen of the Yorkie. I swear, if I take him I cannot take him anywhere, because if I do, then she goes crazy from, I have a green-cheeked sun conure gene, as well as a budgie, or in US it's called parakeet. And the one you're hearing is a sun conure, because he gets a little obsessive when he likes to hear he likes to be center of attention. And then I also have a lovebird. I'm not for sure what breed that the lovebird is. Because the lovebird is like the yellow with like the reddish colored head. Quasar! Well, I'm going to open my sun. Yes, Petty G. Oh my gosh, I love those socks. Okay, I'll be right back with you guys. I'm just going to get him situated really quick. I'm just right on the other side of the monitor, so. Gotta get him situated so he can quit being so fussy. Hey, the big bird. Hey, the mama's big bird. They like to throw up a fuss because they know on the weekends when I'm not downstairs working in my office, then when I'm in here on the weekends, they get to be out and about and everything. So they each take turns being out and about. So I'll let him out for about an hour or two, and then I'll let my parakeet out for a little bit. And then once he goes back in, then I'll let the lovebird, which is named Kiwi, out. Are you being silly? Are you being silly? He's just sitting there on top of his door watching at me and everything. Being, look at me. Move my iron in the opposite direction of him, so if he goes take a flight anywhere, then he doesn't run into it. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. It's just doing this stuff and making the quilts for my niece. Hopefully I can get this out to her by next week. Now, I did have a request because I made the fuzzy sock kittens on my first tutorial. I did have a request. I do not remember exactly who it was, on if it was Beverly or Aisha or someone else had requested on if I was able to do it as a teddy bear. I believe I've gotten it figured out. So that'll be next week's tutorial. That'll be next week's live on here, doing fuzzy sock teddy bears instead of the kittens, which would be something fun and new for me. So really enjoying all this stuff and everything. So you guys have any ideas, toss them at me. I will definitely look it up and do the research to see if I can't figure out how to do it. But in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and get off of here for now, because they're all getting very noisy since he's out. Definitely, Beverly. I've done my research. I think I got it figured out. I'm just gonna put it to the test this week on a couple of different things and see if I can't get the fine tuning just perfect before the show. So you guys stay tuned. Noon next Saturday, I will be on here, and we will be making a teddy bear out of a pair of fuzzy socks. So talk to y'all later. You guys have any questions, concerns, requests, anything like that, just put it down in the comments and I will definitely see it and respond. Thanks, guys. Thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Bye.